I'm in middle of doing an iPhone 6 which has a problem with the loudspeaker. The phone works, the normal speaker on call works, but when you put on the loudspeaker it doesn't work, and when you put it on any music or anything it has no sound at all, no ringtone. So what I did already, I changed the small IC. Let me show you through the microscope. So what I have did already, I have changed this one, the small audio IC, but it still didn't work. So I thought I'd just make a video like we can diagnose the problem and see if we can bring up any solution. There's a two audio IC over here. One is a small one which is called the speaker amp. Another one is over here which is called the main audio IC. Big audio IC and the small. I really don't think so the problem is over here, because the speaker works, microphone works and everything, only the loudspeaker doesn't work. And because this is called the speaker amp, the small one, amp is amplifier, like the loudspeaker gonna work through the amplifying, like maximizing the sound which comes out from the codec. So maybe I'm wrong. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off this one and measure all the voltage and everything from there, and if it doesn't work then we change the big audio IC. So let's take this one out. I'm not sure it's gonna work or not, but just we're gonna try it together. I need my sharp tweezer. This is Beckel. Yeah. Okay, the IC is out. So how I gonna diagnose this issue is testing the supply. So how we gonna test it? Let's open the ZXW. We go to the desktop. Make sure it's recording and mic is working. Yeah, it is. Good. So we need to open the iPhone 6. This is. So the IC is over here. This small one. Like what I did so far, let me explain you what I did so far. So where I got started is from here, from this connector, because the speaker connection is coming from here, through the charging port, and all these pins we don't need to worry about. We need to worry about the first 4 pin, which is, see, when I'm selecting number 1, see at the bottom over here, it is speaker amp to speaker out, positive, and this is negative. Number 2 is negative. So this is where the supply is coming from the IC to the speaker. And this number 3 and the number 4 is V sense. V stand for voltage. Voltage measurement. It measures the voltage through the speaker or through the IC. Like somewhere it has a fuse. So I checked the diode mode reading. The diode mode reading was correct. So where this supply goes through the diode, one capacitor, and goes over here through this resistance. There are two resistance. One is small one, which is go to speaker amp I sense. I sense is, I stand for current. It senses the current, it measures the current. And this is another one going to here. So D2. So all we need to do is check this IC if the supply is coming from somewhere to here. So let me explain you one more thing. So when you see this one here, it has some OL, open line. It doesn't mean that it has NC, no connection. No connection would be in blue color somewhere, something like this. This blue over here. The OL over here means in the diode mode reading it won't give you anything, any value over here. Why is that? Because all these values are generated by this IC. So whatever you're seeing the reading over here, this is the supply in. The IC is getting input from other ICs and stuff, and these are is output. Is going out when it start is doing its work. It's gonna generate all this voltage and go to speaker out or everywhere like all this. So don't think it's OL and this if the pins are broken or the pad is not there, it is still important. So since we have taken this IC out, let's measure the diode mode reading. How do we measure that one? We're gonna put the multimeter in diode mode. Let me switch my camera. So the multimeter is in diode mode. If you can't see, the camera is a bit small. And we're gonna put positive pin to the ground, and from negative we're gonna measure all this. So let me see from the first one. It doesn't have to be matching exact what's on the easy extra view because it's depending on the multimeter. Close enough, it means it's okay. Okay, the first one is okay. Second one is says OL, open line. So let me show you one more thing. Desk and desktop. Alright. So when I measure the pin number 2 is showing me OL, open line. See this one here is the value is really big, 2.192. So anything over 1000 or even up to 900, it doesn't give you any beep on the multimeter, and it consider as a like it has open line. So this should be fine. And let's go back to here. Number 3 is ground, which is correct. Number 4 fine, fine, fine. Second line fine. Ground is okay, ground is okay. Third one is fine, it's fine. Open line, which is wrong. Okay, this pin over here is showing no value, so we're gonna get back to this one. Maybe this is the problem. Fine, ground is okay. Open line, which is fine. Fine, fine, fine. I need to move my screen a little bit. Okay. So where we were, the number 4, fine, ground, fine, ground. All these are ground. Okay, so all these are open. Okay, so only this one over here, the second one from the top, this one should give us any value, but it's not giving us any value. So what is this one? So let's check over here. Is this one over here? Application processor, which is CPU to codec XSP I2S2 clock signal missing. And where does it go? It's coming from this big IC. And it should have another connection which is coming from CPU, I think. Yeah, definitely coming from CPU. So there are three possibilities. One, the supply from this pin up to here is broken, so we need to make a jumper. This second possibility, this IC is not generating this pulse to go up to this IC. Third possibility, the track from here to the CPU is missing or is not generated by the CPU. So how are we gonna check? The first thing I need to check the pad which is just next to this one. So maybe just this thing is broken, but the supply is coming up to this point on the side. So I need to zoom in and scratch that part and measure the voltage. You probably are not gonna see it very clearly, but at least you know what I am doing. So what I'm doing is I'm scratching that pad and I'm going to measure the diode mode reading onto that pad. Which is still open line. So what else we can do? We can view the second layer of the board and see where this line is going. See on the left 2A inner 1, so we click on that. We need to focus on this line, the red one only. Okay, there's nothing on the second layer. Anything on the third? Yes, I can see. What did I see? The red over here. Okay, from there it's going up to here, but that's on the third layer. CPU, no. What I'm doing is I'm just checking if we can scratch from anywhere to go up to that line. Yes. No. This is on third layer and it has a point over here. You understanding what I'm doing? I'm being lazy to take off that IC and put a jumper from that IC to all the way over here. I'm finding a point where I do not need to remove the IC, So I can just scratch the board a little bit, which is I think is safe from here because there's no other line underneath. It's a fourth okay, no, that's a bit risky because I need to scratch the board over here. So if I scratch, this is the main, you're not seeing anything over there. If I scratch up to the first layer is fine. I can dig more to the second layer is fine. I can dig more to the third layer, yeah, is really okay. But if I accidentally dig a little bit more while scratching this and reach up to the layer 4, then what line I'm going to break? PP 3 volt prox IR LED, which is coming from the power supply going to I don't know where. Okay, so what should we do? We take off the IC or we scratch that part? Let me see onto the microscope. Definitely we're gonna take off the IC. Because I don't have enough space over here to put that thing back. Alright, so we're going to take off this IC now. But you're getting my point, or like where I'm thinking the problem is? I'm still not 100% sure this is the issue. But we are measuring from the end of the fault. Okay, so let's lift it up. We put the heat gun on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds to take off the IC, which is very safe when we're not heating up another ICs more. Okay, now where the problem was, we are rotating the motherboard and we're going back to the desktop, opening this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fifth ball, second row. 3, 4, 5. Fifth ball on the second row. Does this one have the value on the diode mode? And does this one showing the value of over here? Yes, it means the supply is coming from the CPU to here. Okay, let's see if we got this value over there. If we have this value, it means the supply from the CPU up to here is alright. And if it's not, then we are in big trouble. Then we have to dig down to the CPU and fix that thing. And let's hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have the value. Supply from the CPU up to here is fine. From here to the small audio IC is not fine, so we just need to clean it up, make a jumper, bring it out, take it all the way. Oh, where we gonna do it? all the way from here. We're gonna do it through here. I'm thinking of where the wire is gonna come from here. Keep going around here somewhere. Okay, so that's gonna be very big wire. Okay, so almost done. And when we test it and see if it working, then it's 100% done. And if it didn't work, we're not going to touch it again today because this is 31st. I don't know when I'm going to upload this video, but it's New Year's Eve. Yeah, you guys didn't see the first part. I tested before. The speaker wasn't working. The loudspeaker worker. Alright, let's power up. Lucky it powered up. What will happen if it doesn't even turn on? It happens sometime. Okay, so we go to settings. There's a loud noise outside, so sorry about that. Oh, can you hear that? So let's do sum up. What was the issue? Issue was the first shop who tried speaker, microphone, everything doesn't work. What I did, I changed the speaker amp over here, this part, still didn't work. And I knew that it's not gonna be a big audio IC because that has nothing to do with the loudspeaker. It does have, but not directly, it's indirectly. So what we did was we measured the diode mode reading from here, and we found out that the F6, which is, let's look at the bottom over here, application to codec XSP I2S2 LR clock, I don't know what that is, it was not coming up. So we went up to here, we took this IC out and we measured that dynamo reading from here. The dynamo reading was there, which means the it has the connectivity from the CPU, this pin, to here, but not from here to the small IC. So what we done is took a jumper from here all the way up to here, and it worked fine, and you saw the result. And that's the main reason why the other shop couldn't do it, and we did it. Where is my desktop? Yeah, over here. Yeah, so what's the difference why they couldn't do it? The first thing, they might didn't have that tool, the ZXW tool, to see what's going on. They might don't know how the phone works. They might don't know where the speaker line or speaker connectivity coming from. They might don't know what's the diode mode reading. They might don't know how to measure it. They might don't know anything about it. So yeah, let's see if I upload this video. Thank you. Bye.